Hey everybody, I'm Private Matt, and today I'll be showing you guys how to quickscope in Battlefield Bad Company 2. So what I'm going to be teaching you guys today in order of appearance is the preferable class setup, how and where to aim while quickscoping, offline practice, sniper rifle reloading trick, and multiplayer tips and tactics. Another thing I want to point out before the video starts is that by no means am I a great quickscoper, but I do believe I can hold my own with a sniper. Alright, now that that's out of the way, let's move on to our first section, class setup. For my primary, I prefer to use the M24 sniper, and for my sidearm, I usually like to use the M9 or the Colt. That's simply because of the high damage output. For my equipment, I usually choose a mortar strike, but you can choose a C4, it really doesn't matter. For my Spec 1 perk, I like using a ×4 or ACOG scope. For my Spec 2, I use Magnum ammo, and for my Spec 3, it really doesn't matter, it's up to your personal choice. So let's move on to our next section, how and where to aim while quickscoping in Battlefield Bad Company 2. The odd thing about sniping in Battlefield Bad Company 2 is that the end of the barrel is not necessarily where the bullet's going to go. In a few seconds I'm going to put a small plus sign which is going to represent a crosshairs in the middle of your screen. It's this point that you want to line up with the enemy even before you scope in. And if you look in a second, if we scope up, that point is exactly where the bullet's going to go. So if you line that up before you take the shot, you know you're going to get a guaranteed kill. Another thing to point out is that if you move, the crosshairs stay exactly in the same place, so no matter where you go, that point is where you want to look. Now on to our next section, offline practice. For this next section, I suggest you use onslaught mode on normal, and either on the maps Nelson Bay or Isla Isodentes. Once you're in the game, pick your quickscoping setup, rush towards the enemy, and try to kill as many AI as you can before you die. This will get you used to rushing while quickscoping instead of staying back and minimally helping your team. Now this will also help you perfect your shot before you head into any multiplayer. Another thing to note is that in this game mode you should experiment with different weapons and find the one that suits you best. As they say, practice makes perfect, so please don't hop into multiplayer unless you truly believe that you can hold your own. Now on to our next section, the reloading or double Y trick, which is triangle if you guys play on PlayStation 3. What this does is that it basically decreases your reloading time from about 5 seconds to around 4 or 4.5 seconds depending on what gun you're using. Basically how to do this glitch is that while you're reloading, when you see the 5 pop up on your active ammo screen, you press double Y or double triangle depending on what platform you're playing on, and you should be able to pull out your gun much faster than you would without doing the trick. And as you can see, there was a distinct difference from reloading without doing the trick and reloading with doing the trick. Now at this time you guys should be finally ready to move on to our last section, multiplayer tips, tricks, and tactics. Now I'm going to start off here by showing you guys the best map and game type to play on, which is Rush on either Arica Harbor or Nelson Bay. And that's because those maps have a lot of close quarters combat, perfect for warming up while quickscoping. Now once you're in the game, there's a few things to remember. First off, you're not a sit back and pick off people in the distance sniper. You're going to be rushing towards the enemy and picking off people at close range. That's what quickscopers do. Secondly, use your motion mines effectively. They actually do help your team more than you might think. Lastly and most importantly, have fun. If you start getting angry, you're going to start taking bad shots and your performance is going to seriously decrease. That's about it for this tutorial. Subscribe to my channel for some more awesome content to come. I'll leave you guys off with this sweet double quickscope. I'm Private Matt. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Enjoy.